What's up everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be making a gauge pod. Now it's not going to be for a normal gauge, it's actually going to be for my SCT LiveWire TS Plus. This is the TS Plus, this is what it looks like. The new TS Plus plugs into the back like this one. The older one I want to say plugs into the side or the bottom, I can't really remember. And this has this clip that goes over it, and on the back of it is where it connects to the part that goes to the dash. My piece that goes to the, or not to the dash, but the suction cups to the window, that piece broke and the suction cup just got old and actually fell apart, the whole thing. So I'm not going to use this anymore, and what I'm going to do is I went ahead and got this styrofoam from Walmart, only a few bucks, and I'm going to go ahead and cut out for this, and then I'm going to cut this styrofoam to try to fit in the car pretty good. I might cut in a little spot for the A-pillar, maybe to make it flush with the windshield, we'll see. I'm going to at least square this up a little better to this once I get it cut out for this. And then obviously I'm going to lay it in a little bit. I don't know how much I'm going to want to lay it in. And I'm going to have to cut a hole for the wire to plug in through the back. But I'll get that once I get the main hole cut out for this. This is going to be the easiest and cheapest way to do this. Like I said, this is a couple bucks at Walmart. And you can pretty much do this with any gauge, even a normal round gauge, which I don't have one laying around. But you could go ahead and you could do that with a normal round gauge. Just go ahead and make a hole. You could probably get 2 or 3 out of just one of these. But obviously you're not going to want this whole thing to be sitting in your car somewhere. So you'd want to cut it down to size. And maybe I would say use this, you know, half of this. Go ahead and cut this in half. And you put 2 gauges in and 2 gauges in. And even if you cut it in half, have a half moon shape sitting in a car. That's not that bad. What you can go ahead and do is either one, paint that to match, or what I'm going to do, and hopefully it comes out okay, is I got some of this like felt light carpet, like speaker box carpet almost, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap this with this once I get this cut out to the shape and design I want. Let's get to it. Alright, I'm going to try to just use the bottom half or the top half, whatever part of it, to do this, that way I can still save part of it in case 1, this one doesn't work out, or 2, if I want to maybe use it again, I'll be able to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and mark it with a marker, or you can use a pen. Go ahead, trace it out, and then start cutting. I'm going to try to trace out a little smaller so that way it'd be a nice snug fit to it. My only other problem also is that the power on and off button is up top. So I'm going to try to figure out something with that, and it's up top and it's all the way in the back. So it's not like it's up top and right here. So we'll have to see, but as you see, got it marked out. Now I have 2 different razor blades. I'm going to go ahead and just start cutting this out until I get to roughly about 1 inch thick. Now I got this, the length of about how tall this is. That way I know about how far I have to go, how deep. Now the hard part's going to be trying to get this out of here. So I'm probably just going to try to maybe chip it out. We'll see what I come up with. Okay, I got these 2 scrapers. I'm going to use to try to pop some of this out. This one is just about the width of this. So I'm going to go ahead and try to pop this in there a couple times and make little slots in here, and hopefully that'll be easier to pop this out. I just got to make sure I don't go too far in. Okay, got the hole out. At least a little bit, got it started. Wow, there you go. Fits in there pretty good. First try. I can hold it upside down and it ain't gonna come out. So that's cool. I'm gonna just go ahead and clean this up a little bit. Clean up this inside. Alright, I had it marked off about where I want to put it, but I actually don't think I'm gonna put it right there. I'm gonna try to figure out the curve to the windshield, which I thought I was gonna try to keep it flat. I thought I was gonna try to keep it straight, but I actually don't think I'm going to now. Dang it. Let me figure out some more stuff and I'll pick this back up. I got the halfway point mark. This thing's 10 inches wide, so I'm going to cut it right at 5, just in case I got to use this again, in case I mess it up or break it or something. So I got my razor blade extended far enough to cut this in half. She broke in half. Go ahead, test fit in the car, see how it's looking, see what way I want to put it in. I might put it like this, or I might flip the gauge around and have this flat part be against the dash. We'll see. Okay, I've been cutting for a good 15-20 minutes now. Got it cut around for the A-pillar. Been just trimming it up, sitting in the car. This is for the dash where it concaves a little bit around the gauges. So, for the most part, that's about what it's going to look like. Now, at this point, you could go ahead and paint it if you want to, like I said. Or me, I'm going to go ahead and add this felt. So I'm going to go ahead and cut a section out of this and get ready to glue it on to this. And then we'll just let it sit overnight. And then I'll finish it up in the morning. Okay, so next day. Last night, I was using this Fix-All adhesive super glue. And it did work. It did glue this to this. Of course, the flat side is a lot easier to glue. This is where the gauge would be. But as you see, it's somewhat stuck down in there, but also didn't stick in some spots. So at least the two sides are somewhat folded down. Now what I'm going to do is I'm switching to use this hot glue gun. And I'm going to hot glue the rest of this, just fold this over and try to make it look the best I can. This bottom piece is going to be the piece that's on the bottom on the dash. So I'm going to try to make the worst of it that piece. So hopefully we'll see how it goes, and then I will cut out this afterwards. We keep on trying it. Alright, this hot glue gun's working pretty good, and it's helping to kind of melt the styrofoam a little bit to get it a little better adhesive to the glue and the carpet sticking to the styrofoam. So that's kind of good. And I'm just making some cuts in it just to help fold it on and make the folds look a little better. I'm not trying to make this look 100% perfect. I know it's not going to come out 100% perfect. That's not my intended goal. I just want it to look halfway decent and be usable. So hopefully it still will. Hopefully with this carpet on it, it's not going to ruin the shape of it too much. We'll have to wait and see. I'm just trying to let some of the glue harden a little bit. Hot glue is very good because it's pretty quick. So I'm going to just keep going. My GoPro's going to die though, so I'll pick it up in a little bit once I'm almost done. Okay, it's getting there. I've been gluing it and gluing it. Definitely gets hot, and you can feel it melting pretty dang good when I'm holding it. And of course, like ends like this where it's still up, I'm going to go over the sides better once I get all the main stuff down and hardened. There's one little gap here. I put in one little sliver that I cut. That worked out pretty good. And then I might have another gap right here. But that'll be fine. Won't be no big deal. And I forgot to cut the hole in the back for the cord that plugs in to the back of here. So once I get this all done, I'll just try to cut a hole pretty close. And if it's not 100%, oh well, won't be no big deal. But we're getting there, just a little bit more to glue. I actually had to go and get another glue stick. Besides the one that was already in here, this is going to be my second full glue stick. So we're going through some glue just to glue it down. But it's coming out good. I like it. I wish I would have started with the glue stick last night instead of that. Instead of this super glue junk. Okay, the flap and everything is all down and set, so I'm going to just go ahead and do the edges a little bit better just to get them looking a little nicer. And then I'll be ready to cut the hole out of this and then cut the hole in the back. Almost there. Okay, got it all done with the gluing part. Came out pretty decent, not too bad. You can see the seams, but it's not too bad. I'm going to just cut out like an X out of here, so I can fold the pieces in and place this right inside here, and this is how it will be. The A-pillar little cutouts right here, and then this is where the dash rises up right there, and I just got to cut a hole for this somewhere in the back. I'll figure it out. Then we can mount it in the car and see how it looks. Alright, so here it is. I cut my X out of it and it will fit in here. It is really tight though, so I'm going to go ahead and cut out some of this, and then I'll put the hole for the back in. That's all you have to do is cut an X. This works for pretty much anything, you know, speaker boxes, stuff like that. And I could just roll with this and just leave it like this, but I'd rather not. Okay, look at that. I got it all done. Got the hole cut out. Made it a little bigger. I accidentally started a little too close, and then had to work my way down. But I went and made sure the plug would plug in, so that will work. So let's go plug it in and mount it up on the dash and see what we got. Pretty excited. It actually looks pretty decent for being half-assed and cheaply done. Can't argue with cheaply half-assed done stuff that turns out halfway decent. Okay, it's turning on. Let me go ahead and mount it up here. Okay, that's about where I want it. Let me turn the vehicle on so I can get the gauges going. Okay, got it up and going. There she is. I think it'll sit pretty well right there. It won't move too much, hopefully, especially with the plug being in it. It'll kind of be a little support. Doesn't look too bad. I think it'll do the trick. It'll work. Pretty nice. A little piece right here that you can see it's missing, but that's not too bad. All in all, I like it. Alright, so that's how to make your own gauge pod. Pretty cool. Not too bad for cheap. I mean, under $10, $15, you can have your own gauge pod, and you can do it however you want. Little gauges, a gauge like this. Mine was broken, and to get the other windshield mount was like $40, so this is definitely a lot more cost effective and turned out halfway decent, if I don't say so myself. Let me know what you guys think about it, if you guys like it. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like and comment this video. Helps me out. Thanks for watching. Till next time. Peace.